Sorry to drag you to Wollongong.
I'm still stuck here.
There's not that much to see here.
Cheers.
Sorry, it's not exactly Bondi icebergs.
We're gonna have to find something to do. And here's that bridge in every bloody car ad. I mean, like, you know, it's just a bridge.
The beaches in Mykonos look amazing. I mean, this place has gone to the dogs. Shouldn't have come in a tall glass. Why would you bother?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to beautiful Figtree Sports in Wollongong. We are here for the 2025-26 BCiB Women's Pennant Finals. It's Division 1, and it's going to be action this morning between powerhouse Merrylands and, well, they've called themselves the Country Battlers Nyngan, but look, they're a champion. They're here, and we're here with you from beautiful Figtree Sports. The sun is shining. The birds are singing, and Nick Hind is my name. Great to have your company wherever you're watching around Australia or around the world. We've got players just completing, the second of their trial ends. And for Merrylands, it's going to be Sophie Payne, Katie Astley, Chanel Chakouch, and Natalie Lewis, who was a bit fortunate to get here in time, stuck in traffic, up against Nyngan, who perhaps less well credentialed, but still they're going to be here to give a great account of themselves. Dianne Smith, Deborah Vane, Lynn Hawley, and skip Jannette Parry. I'm going to see Nyngan get us underway. The green's running about 13.5 seconds this morning. Greenkeeper Bellotti and his team have been out rolling, blowing, doing all the good things to prepare these 3.5 great greens at Figtree Sports for what should be 3 incredible days of action here in the Illawarra region. And it's Di Smith to get us underway for Nyngan here on the first end. A cool start. Nice bit of weight there from Di to commence this contest. Sophie Payne. Oh, she's going to jump straight onto it. Just pulling up a little bit short. Applause there. You can see from Natalie Lewis. Twins. We're the last ones here this morning. Natalie Lewis and sister Samantha Nerona got caught in an accident apparently on the way down, so didn't quite miss out on the roll up, but gee, they were close. There's Sophie again. There's nothing to add. Meter can bump through her own here. That's good. And I'll push up and in for number 1. Deb Vane now. She's got a nice shot on the forehand here. Can get down to turn through. The shot bowl probably hasn't given it quite enough go. Here on this beautiful, it's a cool morning, it's fair to say. Got Josh in doing the cameras for us this morning. And he's got beanie, gloves, all sorts. Whereas Nick Hind being a Jindabyne boy, I'm in shorts and a t-shirt alongside him. So it's 13 degrees currently. But clear sky, no wind, and what should be a superb day for our players. This looks better here from Deb. We did remind our players about getting in the road. She's Jannette Parry, she got pretty excited about that one. It was a good effort. And Katie Astley now. Great to see her out playing. Has had a quieter campaign this year than in recent times. Can slip past the front there and add on. Just going to pull up a little bit short. And now we're going to see Lynn Hawley. She was very good, had all her troops corralled this morning. On a slightly higher line. And yeah, she's run into that short bowl. Might be an argument to play a little bit more pace now if you're Nyngan, but playing the other side of the rink. Some discussion between Chanel and Natalie here, which hand to play. So Chanel's going to have a look on the forehand. To get under, potentially get down to the shot bowls. We just do get a little gust of wind. Well, she's got a very kind edge there, Chanel Chakouch, and that's going to run in probably, well, it's third at worst for Merrylands. It was a positive track there. Maybe caught in two minds a little bit, I think. For Nyngan, if they are going to play any weight, it needs to be backhand. Can't really risk poking their own second shot out. Chanel, she's just going to line up a little bit short too, so a couple of short bowls there. A little bit to navigate for the skippers on this first end. But it's fantastic to have your company wherever you're watching around Australia, around the world. Get your bingo cards ready, get the shot glasses lined up. Nick Hind is my name. Do drop us a comment, let us know where you're watching. Kevin's done so from Camden RSL. And what should be a fantastic few days of bowls here from Figtree Sports. Jan Parry. Yeah, I think there's risk playing that sort of weight on the forehand. The blue bowl at 3 o'clock when we go back to the other picture. I'll show you in just a moment. That's the only one that belongs to Nyngan at the moment. And that's the one that Natalie Lewis is looking to get down and sit. This is a super shot. Yeah, she's got it. Hit the replay button. Well, have a quick look at that again. So, gets down, sits the shot bowl out, probably makes three. And now some discussion as to which way to attack this. Well, she's playing firm weight here. Jannette Parry needs to find a seat here. Got one out. I see Chanel saying, all right, well, you just swoop down. Just going to slide under and probably go too far. 2 shots it is. So 2 shots to Merrylands. And Natalie Lewis off to a good start. Next door, it was 1 shot to Merrylands and Samantha Nerona on the other rink. So we'll keep those updated as soon as we can. The players have been asked to manage the scoreboards. We're We're not using competitive scoring for this event. We've had a few clubs ask about that, but just with all the different venues being used and all the personnel spread out across the state, we've got the women's pennant, of course, here in Wollongong, and we thank Destination Wollongong for their ongoing support. You can see on your picture there, it's a beautiful bright morning. And very different to what we saw last year. Sophie Payne, I'll look to dial this back, but yes, we're here in the Illawarra for the women's pennant across this week. We've got all 4 divisions played here at this club, at Corrimal, at Wiseman's Park and at Windang. And then the men's pennant is spread out across New South Wales far and wide. So we'll look to bring you results after the conclusion of each round, and you can find those on your device. Download the BowlsLink app or head to the BowlsLink results portal. That's results.bowlslink.com.au, and the scores will be in very shortly after the conclusion of each round. So Katie Astley being urged up. That's going to be number 1. Josh might get us a little bit tighter on the end of the rink there, just so we can get a good view. The breeze is just starting to pick up here, and coming out of the south as well, so a little bit cool. So Katie, she's going to be asked, get one to Jack High, please. So on the forehand. And this is just going to be a little bit firm. Gets to the back. That was already a Sophie Payne bowl at the back of the rink. So currently a couple here to Merrylands, but wide open Nyngan. Well, this is played pretty well here, I feel. Yeah, that'll be number 1. And you can see Natalie Lewis puts the index finger down towards the earth, and she'll back one of her charges to get something a bit closer here. This is Chanel, and what a stellar year she's been having. Just into the front, no damage. Jannette Parry, she's wandered and said something pretty similar, please, to Lynn Hawley. Yeah, not quite the go. So Natalie Lewis, she's instructed Chanel, you get to Jack High and you give yourself a great chance of drawing the shot. This is pretty close. And that was enthusiastic, just dying at the end. Still 1 to Nyngan. And a better line here from Lynn Hawley. Just going to be down to the speed here. Jannette Parry's asking for it to hang about and stop. Well, it's just going to slide past. Might still be good enough to be in the count. Well, we're up on the balcony here at Figtree Sports. I reckon it is. I can see on the neighbouring rink there was 1 shot to Nyngan on the second end. So they're 1-1 currently. So powerhouse rink over next door. Annie Teague, a couple of Farrells if you don't mind, and Samantha Nerona. They might be the early favourites. Cabramatta's got a very good side. They're all good sides here. But just so much state and top-level experience from this Merrylands team. This is good again here from Jannette Parry. That's going to be number one, and they'll be holding at least 2 shots. Natalie Lewis here with bit of a shot to play. You can see the girls are urging it across. That might cut out the front bowl. Jannette Parry, she's unperturbed. Persevere on this backhand. She played the last one well. This looks to be quick. Wow, she got a pretty favourable handbrake there. Didn't want to do any damage. I think it's going to be 2 to Nyngan here. Chanel's going to get the tape out for the first time. And 2 shots it is to Nyngan and to Jannette Parry. So 2 all over here, 1 all next door. Off to a good start. So 21 ends is the trip here. We're playing 2 rinks of 4s here in the women's pennant. There are no respots, of course. We're playing dead ends and they'll be replayed. I'm watching young star Sophie Payne. A couple of youngsters on display here, so they're getting some time off school. Sophie Payne, Annabelle Teague next door. She's made the trip out for this. I can see Zoe Davies playing for Warilla, just over a little further away. And some of these young stars of our sport, well, they're going to be showing their wares here in top flight for women's pennant. This is Division 1, and this is, once again, Sophie Payne. Just looking to adjust. There's a little bit of a breeze pushing through our commentary position. We're up on the deck to the left-hand side of the picture, and so in the shade for now, but beautiful clear skies. And a breeze pushing around a little bit more westerly now, so coming from right to left on your picture. Astley now. She was in a very bright mood this morning, Katie. She's somebody that I've got a lot of time for, and she's playing a cracker there. Putting some pressure on Nyngan. And Deb Vane. Well, this is going to be close here. And Parry's wandered into our picture. That usually suggests it's going to be pretty fair. And she's gone and outdrawn young star Katie. Oh, Katie's going to respond here. Oh, Josh was hovering his finger over the replay button there. Not quite. That's one to Nyngan, and it looks to be locked in reasonably well there. I like this call from Jannette Parry. If you can get past on the backhand, cover, potentially count, you'll go a long way to sort of locking things away a little bit. Well, that's not the bowl you want to be knocking up, but it does protect a little bit. I wonder whether or not, yeah, a little bit more weight being called for here for Chanel to play just a metre or so through. Any contact sort of breaks it open, and anything finishing past gives another catcher at the back of the rink. So not bad there from Chanel. That has stayed up just out of camera shot. So we'll just drop back for a moment, and then you can see what that one's doing. So Chanel has stayed up at the back of the rink. Well, that's a good bowl there for Nyngan. I think more weight required for Chanel. Just go a little bit more direct at this. Yeah, on the high side once again. What breeze there is holding it out there, and she hasn't really played with the weight either that Natalie Lewis has asked for. So hand slaps and high fives, but it is one shot to Nyngan, and they've got a reasonable catcher there. That shot bowl looks to be locked in reasonably secure. So some good balls being played here. Jannette Parry's got her charges up and about. And a cover bowl here, one feels, from Nyngan. Yeah, I think that's probably a sensible home at the moment. Yeah, Nat Lewis, she's asking if she can go quicker. I like this call. Get through the front. Just go bash it. There is only one Nyngan bowl in the head. And Nat's got the power to go and do this. She's going to push that a little bit. So a few bowls just hanging out on that forehand side in this direction. So Jannette Parry, she can get down and get her nose onto this. It's going to make things quite tricky. That's a good bowl. Just finishing outside the count, but that's another catcher. So Chanel's giving some pretty explicit instructions. I think the call is just go bash it. So let's see. Nat, she's pushed it again. So it's going to be another shot to Nyngan. And yeah, you can see at the top of your picture there, Natalie's just saying there's no turn on that when you go quick. So Nyngan, one shot. So we'll get the scoreboard updated here. So one shot it was to Nyngan on this rink. It was also one shot to Merrylands on the opposing rink. Was it? No, it was two. Two shots to Merrylands on the opposing rink. So scoreboard is correct. Merrylands 5. Lead Nyngan 4. And great time to remind all our viewers of our great partners here in Destination Wollongong. See life differently. Come and visit this beautiful region. There's so much to offer, as well as the great clubs, the Seacliff Bridge. Fantastic restaurants, bars, the beaches. Kira and I went out last night and had a delightful meal at the Steelers Club. We're staying right near Wynn Stadium. Brian saying, let's go Magic. Di Boddington watching from Thailand as she always does. G'day to you, Di. She'll be hoping to see Sarah in action, I'm sure, at some point. We've seen Sarah Boddington prominently throughout the state championships, and she's here once again with the Foster team. As you can probably hear in the effects microphones, we've got cheers and applause from around the greens. 4 greens here, well, 3.5 greens here, full. At Figtree Sports. We thank greenkeeper Sean Bellotti, the entire team here. Had a good chat with their CEO this morning, who's very proud to be hosting another state event. It's going to be one shot, I feel, there to Nyngan. That last ball is probably good enough. Katie Astley now. Feeling with play with her experience and at a young age has done so much in the sport already and played a lot of skip. She must be feeling relaxed playing second. A bit less pressure, a little bit easier to get to the jack. That one didn't quite get there. You could see the call from Nyngan and Jannette Parry get past. It's the same call from Natalie Lewis. So a little bit more turn on this hand here, but Katie's probably overcompensated a fraction. Speed was okay. So backhand is the call for Nyngan. But here, Jannette Parry explicit with her instructions. That's all us coming in. So she plays with good weight here. She's going to get a fantastic outcome, and that's a good one there. Blue up and over. May well have made 2 shots, and Nyngan applying some pressure here against this all-star Merrylands team. This is very good here from Chanel. This is very good here from Chanel. Yeah, what a bowl. So, see there, Natalie Lewis, yeah, urging that one right down at the end. It's a super shot. Well, Chanel, can you do it again, please? Easy game, this. When you're as talented and put in the hours like Chanel does. Not far away again here. He asked to bend, though. Speed was fantastic both times there. And it's 1 to Chanel. She turned the head over. That bowl's fairly well protected. It is a Nyngan bowl on the centre line alongside. But yes, it's going to be hard for Jannette Parry to go and dig that one out. Chanel, yes, very good. She said, don't forget the cameras here, girls. She's looked over at me sheepishly, Chanel Chakouch. Said, oh. I said, no, don't you worry about it, mate. We'll get the pictures. You just play the bowls. Well, Jannette Parry's being asked to play one now. And see how much weight she opts for here. It is backhand. It is firm. I don't mind this. She can clunk off a few things here and get some excellent results. Well, that's just not quite one of them. punch one of their own bowls out of the head. And now that makes that backhand track look very, very tricky. If she's going to play that sort of weight again, I think there's probably a draw shot on there. But for Nat Lewis, she's going to play forehand. It's very safe for Merrylands over there. Well, there's a nice edge here. She's played good speed. Well done, Natalie. What a bowl. Oh. Josh quickly on the replay. And, well, you can see why. They've made two there, Merrylands, and they've done it with some classy stuff there. Chanel set that up, gave the little shoulder. And for Jannette Parry now, she's going to have to play something quite special here. There's a little edge on her own that would have worked. She played good speed, put it in a good area, but has turned it down, and it's going to be two, and the opportunity for a few more here for Merrylands. So Sophie jumping into our line, but I think that's on the narrow side. Yes, it was. So that's going to be two shots to Merrylands. And Merrylands have also picked up a 3 next door. So Sam Nerona out to a bright start here, and it's 10-4. Good buddy. After 8 ends completed. So all ends to be completed here in sectional play. We don't expect that we're going to need a mercy rule, but this is a powerhouse Merrylands side. And well, I'd be stunned if we didn't see them again on the live stream in this competition. Just so talented and well drilled. See Sophie Payne there, the young star. And that's a good start from Sophie. Good reply here from Di. Just slipping under. Sophie Payne's taken the mat back a little bit further this time, pushing perhaps slightly longer. On the little half green here at Figtree Sports, she's gone racing past there. Could see out of the corner of my eye, you can see a high five from Chanel, but she's a little bit sheepish about that one. Oh, very good there from Di Smith, yes. That's going to set things up nicely. Katie Astley. Beautiful long action. Oh, this is pretty good tier 2. Natalie liked it very early, and you can see why. That's a Super Bowl. Number 1. Just gets down. Katie Astley, we've seen her so often at the pointy end of big tournaments and the major events in our sport, and she's showing her wares again. Going to miss on the high side here, sliding past. See how the green pace changes as we see a little bit of an attacking intent there by the looks of things from Nyngan. Deborah Vane. And now Chanel. It's starting to get down nicely. That'll be good enough to count. Yes, 2 shots to Merrylands. And the hooded Natalie Lewis applauding. So that breeze now is starting to come through the effects mic. Pushing in from the west. It's going to be right to left on your picture. It's going to help that ball get down. It's turned Nyngan across. Yeah, so you can see Natalie Lewis, she's identified the danger there. Need to make sure that there is some coverage. And it's pretty well done here from Chanel. Yeah, she's covered that over. So you can see just basically the top of the shade cloth was the risk if the jack could get moving. A change of hands and a change of fortune here from Nyngan. Gets right up to it. That's going to be very, very close to number 1. Good shot. You can see just the finish of the bowl there. Getting through this this low sun this time of year. It is, well, it's allegedly winter, but still 14 degrees early on today. We're looking for a top of around 17 or 18. So fabulous conditions to be out playing bowls. A lot of the players have eschewed the jackets, down to some vests, down to some lighter gear, and it's going to be attack here from Natalie. Looking to punch through the shot bowl. She's got it perfectly. Well, not quite. Let's have a look at that. So it was weight, it was attack, and got through the front. Got onto the jack herself, but it's spun across, and that's gone out to the Nyngan region. So now, given that it is the low sun, and given there are some similarities between the bowls, I'm fairly confident though that that is a Nyngan bowl that is currently shot, and if so, that's going to be 2. And yeah, Chanel saying you've just got to go draw it now. Natalie Lewis. So from drive to draw. Well, she's pretty close here, Nat. Pretty close. She picked it up, bounced the jack to the back of the rink. That's very well done. So you can see Jack right out wide here. This is a big skips bowl here for Jannette Parry. And it's going to be 1 to Merrylands, tape to Merrylands. Well, Chanel's asked for it and said, I like this white one. And one shot it is. So if you're playing along at home here, that's Super Bowl there. Yeah, and 1 to Natalie Lewis. And her team now leads the Jannette Parry Nyngan team 5 shots to 3. Next door, Teresa Rose has picked up a shot, though, against Samantha Nerona, so it is 6-2 over there. And 11-5. So not panic stations yet for Nyngan, but early deficits are going to be hard to overcome against a squad the calibre of this Merrylands team. They've got, would you believe, my girl, Astley Jones on the bench. Now, if you're going good enough to have Astley Jones on the bench, you're doing very, very well. Super credentialed bowler herself. But there's just young stars galore here. Ariane Winter's the other one who's getting some time off school, playing for Cabramatta. They've got a red hot side too, so let us know. Let us know who you're cheering for. Plenty of great clubs being represented here. I can see a couple of the scoreboards from my position, so I'll try to bring some updates when I can. But one of the disadvantages of the pen and paper scoring is that we don't get live results from across all the rinks like we did at the state championships. So we'll get there, though. It's just a matter of time until all of our Bowls New South Wales events will be live scored. The next generation BowlsLink scoring app is not far away, folks, so looking forward to bringing that to you. You can catch up on all the match results. They'll be in BowlsLink very shortly after the conclusion of each session. And you can do that via the BowlsLink results portal. That's results.bowlslink.com.au or download the BowlsLink app. Just a few dropping short in this direction. We've seen Merrylands once again. They're opting to go a little bit longer. They're probably backed themselves on these longer lengths. And a couple of players just missing. Katie Astley, a couple of taps to the foot there. I wonder if that's positive. If she gets a clear run, and it's going to be very positive. Little scrape's okay. Probably a big scrape wasn't quite required, but that'll do for number one at the moment. So Jannette Parry, draw to that, he'll be shot. Yeah, just on the tight side there. That's good here from Chanel. She's got the clear road. She's going to be in. That's number one. The sun's starting to get higher in the sky here. We will see some improved contrast as the day wears on. As we know, early mornings, winter sun, sitting a bit low, but I can assure you that that is a Chanel Chakouch. And that is a Merrylands bowl. That is shot. Favour Katie Astley is second at 3 o'clock. Our man Vince watching on from Leppington. David Baker, good morning from the Gold Coast. I trust you're enjoying your morning tea. And I trust you're enjoying these great pictures wherever you're watching around Australia or around the world. Nick Hind is my name. We're here at the BCiB Women's Pennant Finals. This is Division 1 action, and this is Nyngan up against Merrylands. And we've had some very enthusiastic competitors this morning. We got here at right on 7:30, and we're nowhere near the first ones in the club. Yeah, good shot there. It's going to be one to Nyngan. Lynn Hawley. So just a reminder, folks, don't forget the over 40s pairs qualifying entries close on the 11th of August. That's 7 days away. So if you haven't entered yet, if you'd like to get a team in, please do so now. It's one of the great events in the calendar and a great opportunity to go mix it with plenty of mates. It's pretty social. But there's lots of great players that get involved as well. So we nearly saw back-to-back champions, of course, last year. Craig Donaldson, very, very close from Tuncurry Beach to backing up, but it's the great Woonona boys in the lower third there. See Jannette Parry, well, she's flying a bit here. She needs to be careful, doesn't chip her own bowl out. She got to Katie Astley, just rocked it back. Might take out. There was perhaps an opportunity for Natalie to look for the shot bowl. I feel as though Merrylands had the next 3. Just looking to draw, and I think that's the same plan here for Jannette Parry. It's a little bit of weight off. Sam Narona's picked up a 4 next door, so early doors. It's a good lead. 1 shot to Nyngan though on this rink. So Jannette Parry and her charges. It was a good bowl from Lynn Hawley to get the shot. 15-6 is the masterboard score. 5-4 is the score on this rink. Nick Hind is my name. And I'm seeing some very creditable bowls being played here by Nyngan. They were asking to see how many start they could get this morning. It's when the Twins were, they did let us know that they were running a little bit late, and Nyngan said, "Oh, can we get 20 shots start?" But fortunately, everybody got here, and we got play underway on time. It was fantastic. We had the Lord Mayor in attendance this morning. She was very entertaining, actually, in her welcome. And she tells about all the celebrities. So celeb spotting is on the cards for those who are here with us in the Illawarra. We've been tipped off that some of the international superstars of stage and screen in town. So Chris Hemsworth and Idris Elba are in town. We're hopeful to see them in attendance at some point throughout the program. Do let us know what club Chris Hemsworth and Idris Elba play for. I think Chris Hemsworth lives in the Northern Rivers region. He might be a member of Byron Bay. You never know. Breeze picking up here, and Kira O'Shea's just come to have a look at our media wall. It's getting knocked around a little bit. So we've had very comfortable conditions so far, but as I say, the breeze out of the southwest. And that's really almost behind the players as they're delivering the bowl. So quite protected down at the clubhouse end where Katie Astley's delivering now. But as the bowl gets further up the rink, the breeze is going to impact a little bit more. You can see Natalie urging that one on, just left it short. just once again on the firm side there from Deborah Vane. Katie's tied up the speed nicely there. That's going to be numero uno. And Nyngan going to look to try their luck on the other hand. Lynn Hawley now. This looks quick. Yeah, track was okay. Speed was the only issue there. She's perhaps feeling the impact of that breeze. Chanel 2 on the high side, a little bit firm. She's got back and covered up one of the Nyngan bowls, so still a good outcome. See there, yeah, Lynn Hawley saying, you've just got to back it off for me, please. An improved effort there from Lynn Hawley. Didn't quite do enough. And now Chanel. Looking to slide past, add on. Well, if nothing else, it's got in the road. So it's Katie and Chanel from Merrylands, the backhand coming in. So tricky to navigate here. For Jannette Parry. We'll see what she does here. That's a little bit about her. I think a canny competitor, Jannette Parry. So she's going to look to pick the gate here. She's got a favourable flick, couple of bounces. Well, that's improved her options on the way in. 2 shots it still is to Merrylands. And Natalie Lewis with that beautiful action. Just going to look to draw one on the forehand. Could probably have afforded to play it a little bit tighter than that. Well, the finish is starting to come. These greens were running quite well. I clocked them at 13.5 seconds this morning. But they were significantly quicker yesterday afternoon after a full day in the sun. Now Jannette Parry, she gets the right edge here. This is going to go well for her. Didn't quite clonk that one through far enough. She may have cut out the second shot. Chanel says, no, we've still got 2. And she says, well, you played that last one pretty well, so let's try that again. Yeah, this looks better. Clear road required now. Oh, she might just fall out. 1-2 coming out for Merrylands. Sophie Payne's picked up the match. She's ready and waiting. And Chanel and Lynn Hawley are going to determine what the number is. And 2 shots it is confirmed to Merrylands and Natalie Lewis there. So 7 shots to 4 she leads, and they've caught up to the neighbouring rink. Nyngan have picked up a shot next door as well, so 17-7. Sophie. Interesting change of tactics next door from Nyngan. They've gone Matt back in a very short jack. So, seeing they're down by 7 shots early. Teresa Rose against Sam Narona, so she's called for a change of tactics. I like that. You can't keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Let's see what sort of result we can get here. Very good. More furniture being moved around behind us. This breeze is impacting our media wall, amongst other things. Pulling back the curtain a little bit. Plus, I can hear the preparations for lunch going on. So, a nice little buffet for the players out here, and it's a great response from Nyngan. Di Smith, that's absolutely the best bowl she's put down so far in this competition. And for Katie now, a little bit of pressure applied. She's on the right side of a track here to rise to the challenge. Just didn't quite have the speed. Just a couple of bowls at the back of the ring, but not likely to come into play too much just yet. Okay, the head went down there. I expect, yeah, she's dropped that one short. Tight. Oh. You've got some credits in the bank, Katie Astley, I think. We'll see some good ones from you before too long, as we're going to see. Nyngan here looking to add on. It's a little bit lonely, that shot bowl. It's protected from any serious intent, though. There's a couple of bowls in front. Chanel's been a difference maker already. This one's just going to glide past. And now for Nyngan. Well, that's a bit of a nothing bowl, sadly. If that got in the eye line of Chanel, that might have been a good nuisance value, if nothing else. Well, maybe it was good nuisance value because Chanel's gone and lobbed one out very, very wide. You never know your luck in a big city, and here in beautiful Wollongong, where we're so pleased to be bringing you all this action. Now this looks to be a vast improvement from Lynn Hawley. She can get right down to the shot bowl here. This is going to be very neatly done. Yeah, well done to you, Lynn. 2 shots currently to Nyngan. And a bit of a discussion. There is a little shot on here, and I wonder if Josh can get the telestrator up for us. So there's a little shot here. If Natalie Lewis plays with weight firm down to that shot bowl, gets the inside edge and it goes across to the other one, I think both of those bowls can go. So we'll see what she does here. Yeah. Yeah, she's playing the shot I called. And she's pretty close too. Do it on the outside. Yes, done it. What a shot. Well, a great call by me. And a great bowl being played there by Natalie Lewis. Did it not the way that I saw, but gets both bowls out clean, and now says to Lynette Parry, pressure's on you, mate. Jannette, just creeping up. Not quite there. And for Nat now, well, the opportunity go back to the draw and really take advantage of that great first bowl. And it's good speed. That's going to probably do enough to count. Favourites 2 or 3 to Merrylands. So Jannette Parry, pressure being applied to her. She's played this pretty good in terms of line. Just going to be on the high side in terms of speed. So one comes out, and then Katie Astley is being pointed to as the second shot there. Chanel removes. 3-4. Well, that was a big bowl there from Natalie Lewis. Going to determine what the count is. Now Chanel's going to do some measuring. It was 2 to Sam Narona next door. What's the count going to be here? Merrylands likely to be significant. 5 is the indication there from Chanel. So 5 shots to Natalie Lewis. She'll move on to a 12 shots to 4 lead. And, well, Merrylands looking assertive. If you hit that play last replay button, Josh, we'll see that Super Bowl once again from Natalie Lewis. That's the one that set it up. It was 2 shots, would you believe, to Nyngan, and both those going out before Merrylands added on and set themselves up for a good collect there. So it's 5 shots to Natalie Lewis, and all of a sudden it's 12-4 on this rink, 12-3 next door. Nyngan under the pump here. So you can see Katie, not Katie, because there's Sophie there apologising, and then diving into the lolly bin. But they've gone pretty well full length here of Merrylands, and I think going to look to assert themselves now as well. Both leads have lost their first bowls. There's Ditch. Sophie now looking to adjust. Well, still a bit hot, and that's going to go as well. So Nyngan did stay up at the very back of the rink there. So currently 1 to Di Smith. So this one, then Hawley's gone to steer the ship for a minute and being asked to whoa. But that's going to park up. And Katie Astley under no great pressure in terms of bowls in the head, but a little bit of number pressure. Down 2, and having seen her teammate Sophie Payne have the first 2 disappear into the sand, just had to be a little bit cautious there. So this is one for all players. I mention it so often on our streams. You know, it's a fixed reference point. We're drawing to the tee, and, well, we're doing it nicely here for Nyngan. Deb Vane. Number 1. Katie, she's going to back herself. Draw around. She's added that weight and has stayed up at the back of the rink. So there's 3 bowls just out of shot, and Lee Greening's come past, and we can go around the ground. So yes, Josh has just got us a couple of bowls there hidden in the shadow right at the back of the rink. That's going to be 2 to Nyngan though, so good shooting from Deb Vane in this instance. So I'll let you know all the scores around the other matches here in just a moment. Chanel's not really done anything wrong there. Just bumped up a Nyngan bowl. So currently 2 shots to Nyngan, and Lynn Hawley returns to the mat. Fantastic to see, isn't it? You know, the young stars and some of our more experienced players. Chanel only recently 18. Katie's, I think, just turned 19 or 20, and Sophie, well, still at school. So they really showing their wares, the bright future of the sport here. And Chanel. Well, she's played this pretty well. Matt Lewis got interested. Just going to do enough, is it? Little pull up. They'll be in the argument for shot. You can see the placement of that shade cloths. A bit pesky here. It's right on the centre line. It's right where the bowl is. So you know, the low winter sun makes it a little bit tricky. But we've got a good position here up on the balcony, and looking out the window, I think it's still Nyngan for shot, at least 1. High fives there from Nat Lewis. Chanel saying, well, doesn't really matter how you get to it. If Merrylands are the shot currently, I think the backhand's the safe way. If they believe Nyngan still have the shot with the front bowl, I think the forehand's okay. So we'll see what the assessment is from Natalie Lewis. While they're doing that, I can let you know around the rinks after 14 ends, South Tamworth lead Merimbula 11-8. Harbord trail Warilla after 15 ends, 12 shots to Harbord, 18 shots Warilla. Windsor and Tarrant Point, it's 13 all. Cabramatta 16 lead Port City 7. Natalie Lewis here. She's leading comfortably over Jannette Parry early here, and she is playing the forehand, so that suggests to me that they might think that they're down, but given she played it so conservatively, maybe not. Oh, Jannette Parry, she's just being asked to draw it on the forehand as well, so with some confidence there. You can see Sam Nerona basking in the glorious winter sunshine here at Figtree Sports. Jannette Parry just on the higher side. I think Natalie's looking for maybe another option here. Nothing looks kind at the moment, and that's the key things when you're playing the bowl is play the shot that you believe can work. You know, if you don't have faith that the shot can be played, well, it probably won't be. So, Natalie gets under the pink bowl. She's going to be in a reasonable sort of an area for the jack. Just missed it. Little squeeze of the jack to the bottom left of picture would have been ideal. You can see it's just skidded past there. Josh quickly on the replay for us. Very good. And now for Jannette Parry. Well, she's been called to draw it. I favour that it is going to be a shot to Nyngan. Well, Chanel's not giving it up that easily, and don't blame her. Good tip for new players. Get the tape, wear it out. 2 shots it is to Nyngan, so they can be proud of themselves there. They played some good bowls. That was Merrylands' length too. They said, we want to go long, and immediately picked up a 2. So, just chipping away at that early deficit. And a 3 picked up by Nyngan next door. So, Merrylands not having it all their own way. And it's 12-6, 12-6. The 2 rinks here, so players all keeping pace with one another fairly well. I'll get through the rest of these early progress scores. So Foster trailed Curry, 21 shots to 8. This is all Division 1. So the Division 1 results, this game, of course, it's 24 Merrylands, 12 shots Nyngan. South Tamworth 11, lead Merimbula 8 through 14 ends. Harbord 12, trail Warilla 18 through 15. Windsor and Tarrant Point 13 all through 14 ends. Cabramatta 16, lead Port City 13. And Foster 8, trail Curry 21 through 14 ends. In Division 2, we've got half of Division 2 here as well. Curry 14, lead Windang 11. Yamba 21, lead West Dubbo 15. Glenbrook 12, lead Pittwater 8. And Nambucca Heads 11. Munmora 10. So that's the progress scores as we get close to halfway here. Up to 14 degrees, and Sophie Payne, she's just not quite up to the jack. First one was good. So, Deb Vane. You can see the shine on this green. Well, she might need to run into something to slow it down. It looked quick out of the hand, and that has gone banging into the ditch. It's only quick if you miss, though. So it's Katie Astley looking to add on. Now we'll see if Deb Vane can back up well. She's backed off the line, but one's probably going to spin right out past the boundary peg, and a bowl of no consequence in the end, I think. So Katie Astley. No one's quite nailed this yet. Katie, that's going to be That's dived away at the end too, so still opportunity here for both teams to capitalise. We're seeing this long length, the misses are being just made really obvious, aren't they? As bowls on this full trip. Well, that's going to be the best there, Chanel. Of course it is. The only thing that has done, though, as well, has probably given Nyngan a little bit more of an idea of the line. As, we see that was an improved effort in terms of line, probably in terms of weight. That might well be second shot there, so still some work to do, probably for both teams. Chanel's just lobbed this out a little bit higher. Speed was excellent once again, though. So as the players change over, we'll see what Jannette Parry can do. To respond here. So Natalie, I'm going to capitalise now. Just hasn't quite got that all the way up. And now Jannette Parry. Well, it's a big bold one, feels. She hasn't had her troops nail it. Missed with the first. This is pretty close here. She gets a kind edge off Chanel, just squeezed through the hole. Well, she had to give that one a chance. I'm okay with that. We see here just the narrow miss as that one skips past. And back live now, it's Matt Lewis. Looking to add a second or a third. You see, you had a meter, you had 5 here. All the players having a little bit of difficulty picking that one up. Chanel has done an amazing job. And Josh straight onto it. The scoreboard's going to update, so it was going to be a 3 there to Merrylands. Going to have I'm going to have somebody join us in commentary here in just a moment. We've sent Kira O'Shea out to provide some backup. And it's going to be Sophie Payne to continue to start well. So I did threaten we'd have a special guest commentator, and well, for the very first time Certainly with me. Special guest commentator, introduce yourself.
Oh, well, I'm known as Chanel's mum now. But, yes, just turned up to watch the team, so hopefully they go well.
They'll go fantastic. Chanel has been, a star on that last end. And this young team are firing some shots themselves. But, Kate, for you not playing today, it's nice to be here watching on. And
It is. I don't actually get to see her much anymore. Now she's independent and can drive, and she's her own person. So me and my sister thought we'd come have a drive and surprise her to watch her today.
oh, well, you've caught her at a good time. She's played some outstanding bowls. Nyngan have been in most of these heads, and Chanel's done a lot of the damage so far for Merrylands, so you'll be pleased.
Well, that's good news.
Pleased to hear that. So, Nick and Kate Morgan with you here from Figtree Sports as we see Katie Astley. She turns down the two Sophie Payne bowls, and that's setting things up nicely now for Merrylands. I did see you had some success, though. I mean, they're calling you Chanel's mum. You had some success with Zach Moran's dad, though, didn't you?
Well, we went on the tournament together, yes, a couple of weeks ago.
You and Mav had some success.
We did lose our first game, but we come through okay after that. But yeah, we had fun. It was good. Showing the kids what to do for a change.
Oh, all right. Well,
I shouldn't say that.
It's rare. It's rare. Yeah. Kate Morgan, of course. We've seen you in plenty of action at state finals, famously with Josh Berry recently in Ballina.
It was, yeah. That was a great weekend. Great few days up there, and awesome to have Ben and Bree friends in the final. It was a great couple of days.
Yes, it's great to have you here with us at Figtree Sports and watching on. Well, some of the stars of the now here, really, aren't they? The girls, this
they are
Merrylands team. They're very young crew.
It is. Merrylands is great for that. So Chanel's moved there as well, and all the girls get together. A great team environment.
And you can see they're pretty well drilled here. Currently holding at least two shots.
Wow. Chanel did a safety, did she?
That's that's very sensible at this stage. It is starting to be framed up a little bit for Nyngan to play into, and we've seen they've had no issues putting bowls past the jack. We'll see if this one can do a little bit of bending here. There's an opportunity for Nyngan to get the right edge. Just didn't want the middle of that bowl. Any edge would have been better. How's conditions down at ground level, Kate? You've been basking in the sunshine. The players look very comfortable out there. It's a good day for bowls.
It is. It's a beautiful day. So obviously the conditions are not easy out there, but it's much easier to watch on the side.
You haven't played a bad bowl yet, have you?
Never. So
they've seen a couple of ends.
And Chanel just seen me. She's shaking her head. What are you doing, mother? So I'll try and embarrass her.
Well,
say a couple of stories.
We're seeing attack here. Now you've got to save those for the 21st. Attack there from Nyngan. I don't mind that. They've opened up the front. Those two bowls of Chanel at the back of the rink are starting to look very, very handy. Yes. You can see on the replay here, just didn't quite get under that front bowl. You could see the intent, though, was to get to the jack, land one of those shot bowls through. No, you'll be very nice, Chanel. Yeah, those stories need to be saved for the 21st. That's when you can really embarrass her.
Yes. Well,
there's very little to be embarrassed by, I think, though, for Chanel. She's had some sort of a year, hasn't she?
She has. It's been wonderful. And yes, obviously the step from under 18s into the Open. And, but yeah, a few months she's had a good run. And everybody's been so encouraging, and She's been wonderful.
It's great to see, and she's been given plenty of responsibility here with Natalie Lewis, and I think Nat was perhaps not asking for an opinion there, just saying, here's the shot I'm going to play and here's why I'm going to play it. But the intent is going to be to turn down, I think, Kate, one of the Sophie bowls and try to get something just past. There is plenty of catches at the back, but just maybe reduce the size of that target. Little trail's really good here for Merrylands and for Natalie.
Well, this is close.
There you go, folks. Kate Morgan called it very early, and she's exactly right. Get that up and over. That's a beautiful shot.
Great shot.
I suspect that's exactly what the call was from Natalie Lewis. There'll be tips of the cap out there. Got the jack up and over and across. It hides it away there. And for Jannette Parry, well, I think she's better served playing the other hand here. That looks to be a miraculous draw shot. The forehand, she's got a bit more to work with on the backhand, I feel. We'll see what the call is from Nyngan. It's going to be Natalie Lewis, though, with the opportunity. Well, Kate Morgan didn't say that she's close immediately out of the hand, but you're a good judge. You can say that with Nat almost every bowl, though, and say she's close, because she's going to be close 9 times out of 10. Yeah, persevering with the forehand here, and I can't see a way that that's a likely result to get the shot there for Nyngan. And 2 shots, I believe it will be.
Good lead by Merrylands.
Three shots it was. So Natalie Lewis here having a little discussion with her charges. This is the difference, isn't it, Kate, between the teams that are here for a good time and the teams that are really ruthless. They're going to go out and they're going to put a score on.
That's exactly right. And there's a good few teams down here. Obviously Cabramatta, always the gun favourites. Hopefully a couple of the teams here can give them a good battle.
Are you declaring Cabramatta as favourites? That's a
not,
bold call.
Not this year, but
not this year, right?
They've been dominant the last, I believe.
We have seen, some dominance, and well, Cabramatta, they're out there playing at the moment, but they're playing without, well, their leader, I suppose you'd say in many ways, but she'll be back later on this afternoon, Karen Murphy, if you don't mind.
Yes, wow.
So back from the UK, she might be a bit jet lagged, so you never know. Teams might think it's an opportunity to jump on.
That's right.
Super shot there from Sophie Payne. She's jumped on straight away.
Oh, great shot.
Yes, Karen, she'll be back after what's been a fantastic campaign from the para competitors, particularly.
Oh, wonderful!
In the UK, to see a win for, well, I mean, Serena in the pairs was fantastic. But for my mate Jimmy Reynolds, he's somebody who I've spent a lot of time with and have a lot of time for.
Definitely, he's wonderful. He really has taken on Chanel, mentoring her. They would text each other as well when he was overseas. It was just a great bond there, and he's a great asset to Chanel's game.
So, Serena Bottle and Louise Hoskins in the pairs, and of course James Reynolds and Damien Delgado, gold medalists in the men's para pairs as well. So we see Nyngan just slipping past. Good intent there once again, though. Well, there you go. Lovely Carmen Plaza saying Chanel is a lovely young lady on the stream. Well, you're exactly right, and credit to herself and Mum in particular, isn't it?
Well, no, I can't take all the credit. I think so. No, we're all around her.
A great support network in this sport, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct.
So for Nyngan here, they're going to need a little bit more support. They were in this game early. You can see a shake of the head from, and well, you can see why from Deb Vane there. Just had a couple like that. I wonder whether she might be struggling with a knee or an ankle or something like that. Just to collapse a couple of times when she's delivered the bowl. And now Katie. This is that wind you were talking about, Kate.
Yes, exactly.
It's making it challenging for players. And coming in this direction towards the clubhouse, I feel as though it's been more prominent because there's that little bit of protection at the end where the camera is at the moment. And so...
And then people overcompensate than they did then.
Exactly right,
So
yeah.
It's hard to have an extra push.
You can hear through effects microphones the southwesterly breeze just being a nuisance. Well, Chanel's the one who seems to have handled it pretty well so far. This one's going to be just under the weight. And that bowl of Sophie Payne, the first bowl at the end, is one that's sitting prominently at the moment. In Hawley now. Looks to have been a really tough track to pick out there on this backhand again. I wonder if the forehand's not a better go. I think the opportunity to get under and sit.
Hopefully Jannette can correct herself in this one.
Shot bowl. Well,
She's looking.
you know her body language better than just about anyone. And
Crash.
Crash into the front. Well, that might take away that forehand shot I was calling, though. It's a little bit gummed up at the front of the rink. And for Nyngan now. Feels like they're going to need to win a few ends. Well, it is attack. Let's see what happens here. Bang. Nothing. Managed to sneak through at the front. It's a lonely looking shot bowl, Kate, but it's fairly well protected.
It is. They're building a wall down there. Do you got other New South Wales team in other areas with a live stream?
Of course. Well, no. So we're live streaming exclusively here at Women's Pennant Finals, but we do have the Bowls New South Wales team, staff, committee, personnel. We've got people scattered across the Illawarra and across the state. And men's pennant finals on all across the state, and the women's pennant finals here across the clubs in the beautiful Illawarra. So here at Figtree Sports for Division 1 and 2, and then we'll have Divisions 3 and 4 come join us from there at Wiseman's Park and Windang. Also Corrimal helping out with some of the hosting. They've got the other half of Division 2. So we've got our team all around the place. Kira has just ducked off to go and take some photographs at the other venues. So
Wonderful.
We'll have that all to you
Set up
on Facebook later on. Now that's gone and given Chanel a bit of a clout through. So once again, some positive intent from Nyngan, but it's not been rewarded. And back live now. This is Natalie Lewis looking to add on. I think Jannette Parry's just got to take her medicine and try to draw this one now. Well, there's some favourable kisses if she gets something through there. Hasn't quite got enough of any of those bowls to disturb things. And 2 shots it is to Merrylands, 2 shots to Natalie Lewis. So 20 shots Natalie Lewis. 6 shots, Jannette Parry. 12 ends completed. Nick Hind and Kate Morgan here with you. Kate doesn't want to be here. That's okay.
No,
You're allowed to run away.
I know, it'd be wonderful. I better go and support the crew on the side.
No, well,
go and see my sister.
Well,
and,
thank you, Kate, for jumping in and joining us.
Thank
It's
you.
always lovely to have.
And hopefully I didn't embarrass Chanel too much
Yeah, well,
later.
you can tell us some more stories later on.
Thank you, Nick. And thank you all.
I'll catch up with you soon. So Kate Morgan jumping out. Thank you to her for coming to join us just for a moment, giving the perspective of a parent and a super start once again there from Sophie. So good to see. She's really settled into this game, and I think the pressure that Sophie's applied up front has started to take a toll on the Nyngan team, and this longer length has been a real factor in just disturbing what looked to be a little bit of a comeback for a moment there. Nyngan got back within 10 shots, but the relentless consistency here of Merrylands. Somebody is doing a job for them every end, whether it's Sophie Payne, whether it's Katie Astley, whether it's Chanel or Natalie Lewis. They are all contributing. And just on the firm side again from Di Smith. Astley now. Yeah, you can see the wind's up its backside here in the green, probably picking up in pace. We did see it was pretty quick yesterday afternoon when the players were here having their practice sessions. There's another one, so there's a good collection building up on the bank there. 1, 2, 3, sitting underneath the number 22 mark. Katie Astley, well, she's dialed the pace back. Let's see. Yeah, it's so easy to do. To take 2 metres off and take off 5. So important to nail it with your first bowl. Makes it much easier to make those subtle adjustments than trying to find it, trying to reach. That's a great view. So yes, the breeze probably at its most moderate now, but it is gusting. Green speed certainly increasing. I won't get the penetrometer out, but we might just give you a suggestion. I'd reckon yesterday afternoon it was probably closer to 16 seconds than the 13.5 that I clocked it at this morning. So some increase in pace. Players not quite adapting. Well, that was until that bowl there. All of a sudden, Chanel's got some discussion. Where's the shot? And Natalie Lewis saying, you've got 2 foot to draw it. Can play it confidently on the forehand. Finish tight, get a good result to get down to the jack. Chanel now. Yeah, just on the firm side. I Okay, with that sort of intent though, you can see what the plan was. Get to the shot bowl, get to the jack, get it moving. And now for Lynn Hawley, well, her plan will be to repeat. Just out on the high side here. Speed was good again from Lynn though. And given plenty of opportunities, and it's a good opportunity here to remind you of our great partners in Destination Wollongong. Press play. See life differently here in the beautiful Wollongong region. From the Seacliff Bridge all the way down here, the fantastic clubs, restaurants, the beaches. We've got so much to offer here in the Wollongong region. We thank everybody for their ongoing support of this event. BCiB, Wollongong Council, Figtree Sports, our fabulous primary host venue. We might have some more news about events at Figtree Sports before too long. Do a fantastic job here. Greenkeeper Sean Bellotti, Boss Coordinator Lee Greening. And all the volunteers, the supporters, the players will be feeling very well looked after. And timely there from Jannette Parry. Makes two. Nat was still talking about running this jack in. Because there's plenty of bowls at the back of the rink that belong to Merrylands. Didn't quite get there to draw it. And opportunity here for Nyngan. And they've got to take this one. It's a free kick. For Jannette Parry. Well, I think she's pointing this one okay. Has it got the trip? No, just left the weight off. It's going to be 2 shots to Nyngan. 2 shots to Jannette Parry. So 20 shots Natalie Lewis, 8 shots Jannette Parry. 13 ends have been completed in this one. And next door they have completed an end over there. We're just looking to see what the scores moved on to. And it was 2 further to Sam Narona. So 36 Merrylands, 15 Nyngan. We've got 8 ends to be completed on each of the rinks here. So that should see us done shortly after 12 o'clock, I reckon, at about the latest. So, trust you're enjoying the bowls wherever you're watching around Australia or around the world. Nick Hind is my name. It's fantastic to have your company here at Figtree Sports here in beautiful Wollongong for the 2025-26 BCiB Women's Pennant Finals. This is Division 1. This is round 1, and this is Sophie Payne getting right up to the jack once again. She's really started to find her range in recent ends. And as I say, that pressure has been telling. Just Nyngan maybe not able to go with. I was going to say, Nyngan haven't really been able to go with Sophie Payne of late, but then we see a bowl like that. And Di Smith, well, she's showing why she's here. A little flick off the front there, but it's still going to be favour 2 looking over my left shoulder. And now Vane. playing a few absolute diamonds here, and this is another one. What a super shot there from Deb. It's been a bit of a mixed bag from Deb Vane, but that's one of the best. And potentially 3 shots now. As Natalie Lewis looks perhaps less than impressed by that. You can see there's some good finish now on that backhand side. And Deb Vane, this looks to be a little bit quicker. Probably okay to be getting something at the back now. The back of the rink was somewhat unexplored territory, and we know that, well, all of these girls have got the power to go and change things up. Katie Astley, this looks to be out on that wide draw line. Probably just wants to get another good bowl in the head there. Yeah, you can see applause from Natalie Lewis. Now Lynn Hawley. She's got a little scrub off the front. That's going to be in the count as well. So probably 3 shots at least currently to Nyngan. If there's going to be a fight back, it's going to need to start right now. So we see that one's just got right into the head there. As we go back live. And Chanel, well, she's disturbed things. It's going to clear it out. Back to probably 2. Call for a draw here from Jannette Parry. Oh, gets right down, gets the pink bowl of Chanel. That's a fantastic shot. That could be the shot of the game. Makes 3. Chanel once again having some pressure applied. So Nyngan, well, they're not going away. And we can see, yeah, that's a beautiful shot there from side on. So the purples and the light blue bowls all belong to Nyngan. So I think the one at the bottom of the picture is not in the count, but the other 3 certainly are. So we'll see what Jannette Parry can do here to add to this. Left it short. And that's Natalie Lewis. Not much else for her other than a draw here. She's chasing after it. I'll tell you what, she's in some sort of area here. Natalie Lewis, can she get the jack moving? Not quite. Well, poked it out in the open a little bit more. Yeah, just got the edge there, got it out. This is a fair line, but just didn't have the weight. Once again, Jannette Parry, and Chanel's looking at the back of the rink. Yeah, nothing really back for Merrylands. So the girls are having a discussion here. They look to go clear a few out. Katie Astley has the ball just sort of back right. But I'll be confident Nat Lewis won't be short here. Well, she won't be short, all right. Let's see what happens. Well, pinged her own out and pinged out a Chanel bowl. Don't know if that's going to be impactful or not. I still feel it's 3 shots. It is 3. So Natalie Lewis just missing there. So 20 shots, Nat Lewis. 11 shots now, Jannette Parry. So 9 the margin this rink. 9 in 7 ends is doable. But you feel as though there's going to need to be, well, a shot or 2 scored. And the next end here from Nyngan if they're going to succeed in claiming a rink. 12 shots required next door for Teresa Rose against Samantha Nerona. That could be a task that's beyond, well, just about anybody. Sophie Payne, she's been absolutely outstanding these last few ends, has really found her range. This is going to be close once again. Sophie, yeah, she gets right down. Another roll would have been a 10 out of 10 there, but high fives at the back of the rink there. And, oh, well, I'll be bringing out the fine jar on that. Wrong bias on the live stream. Well, Di Smith, you'll have people chuckling in Nyngan if nothing else. We've all done it, but not really an ideal time there for Di. Sophie just missing on the high side. Might have heard Deborah saying, "Not that grass." No, missed the line, but has stayed up at the back. We'll see what Katie can do here. Currently a couple to Merrylands. Ah, super shot there, Katie Astley. Playing with the right speed, very important there. And got a favourable little kiss off the front from Sophie Payne. This looks to be firm here from Deb Vane. She had the line right that time, but speed not optimal. Katie now, that's another good effort. And now it's going to be probably 4 shots. Nyngan's closest bowl at the moment, perhaps in the hand of Lynn Hawley. See how much finish this one's got. Get down, beat. Oh, she's just going to turn Katie Astley over. Only just a fraction quick. That last bowl there from Lynn was. So Chanel. Oh, that's going to add to it. That's going to be 5 currently. Lynn Hawley wasn't far away with the first. Just has to have a very slight correction. She's got a nice, neat action, Lynn Hawley. Well, let's see. Speed's important here. She got to the right edge. Just playing that a little bit tight. Chanel now. There's the opportunity to add on. This one looks firm. Yeah, that's going to disappear. Just a reminder, folks, the Women's Pennant Finals are proudly supported by Destination Wollongong. If Wollongong isn't on your getaway list, it might be time to change that. There are hidden gems to explore, long lunches calling your name, and plenty of reasons to stay a little longer. Whether it's your first visit or it's been a while, Wollongong might just surprise you. Start planning your next escape at visitwollongong.com.au. Press play, see life differently. It's a fantastic part of the world, and this is going to be a fantastic shot here. Well, Jannette Parry, that is timely. Probably 5 down. Gets down, gets the shot bowl. Well, and there's a lead here. So Merrylands can probably afford to play this one in a more confident manner. If it was 2 shots to margin, they might be a little bit more conservative here, but you can see the intent. Get the shot bowl out. Well, Natalie Lewis just bangs through Sophie Payne. Didn't quite have enough on it to get the pink bowl out of the head, and now for Jannette Parry. Important to get another one in there, because that is looking really lonely, and I feel like it can go, the pink bowl for Nyngan. And if it does go, so there's going to be, yep, you can see Chanel saying you get the outside edge of Sophie. That will get the pink bowl out of the head. Now, Natalie Lewis, she's played a couple of shots like this already. You can see pretty close quarters there, but the pink bowl can go, so I'm going to expect some firm weight from Nat Lewis. And his weight, edge is what she's after, didn't quite get it. So 1 shot to Nyngan, and whew, they breathe a sigh of relief. That was a potential, well, game ender, a 5 or a 6, as was possible there until Jannette Parry tidied things up. That could have been the end of their chances, but a single to Nyngan, well, it keeps them in this hunt for the rink, so I've gone and bluffed us on the scoreboard here. They've taken a shot off Merrylands. So, it's all right. We'll tidy that up. We'll get the cameras in position for this end. Nyngan doing, I think, the smart thing for them, shortening up the length. It's been hard to get spot on the longer lengths in this direction. Lee Greening's come past with some more updates from around the grounds. Thank you for that, Lee. I'll get all those to you immediately. So this game, we know it's 38 shots to Merrylands and 19 shots currently, although their scoreboard has changed next door, so we'll update that as soon as we get vision on it. In the other games, South Tamworth 35, lead Merimbula 10, that's through 26 ends. Harbord 19, Trail Warilla 36. Windsor 24, Tarrant Point 26, that game's been close throughout. Cabramatta 29, lead Port City 14. Foster 17, Trail Curry 27. So that's Division 1 action. And in Division 2, Curry and Windang. Good tussle there, 22 shots Curry, 23 to Windang. Yamba in front of West Dubbo by 11 shots, 34 shots to 23. Glenbrook over Pittwater, 26-15. And Nambucca Heads 18, lead Munmora 16. So that's all the games being played here at Figtree Sports. We have action as well at Corrimal. Have action also at Wiseman's Park. And action at Windang here across the 4 women's divisions here at the BCiB State Women's Pennant Finals. So Nyngan did pick up a 3 on the neighbouring rink. So 16 the margin. And in a 3-rink pennant match, you'd probably say that's still pretty doable. Katie Astley, though, she's going to say, no, it isn't. But in this 2-rink format, it makes it hard to get those big shots back. You see the players high-fiving, having a good time at the back of the rink there. Lynn Hawley. She's been a little bit of a difference maker at times. It's a clear road. It's nearly wobbled up for shot. Only a glancing blow there. And would have got in, but just got a little bit too much. Chanel, she's out on this high line. This backhand is starting to get home quite nicely now. Look at this. That's a beautiful bowl there from Chanel Chakouch. Number 1 and a toucher. Splendid. She's showing why she's just a class player. Current women's singles champion of club champion. She was the winner of that event only a few months ago at Mount Lewis. And was in imperious form. Danielle Thompson from Condobolin did push, but Chanel's just been in some sort of form this year. So you can see there it's the pink. And then the dark blue is Katie Astley. And then the toucher is Sophie Payne. So a team effort so far for Merrylands. They've got one representative in the count each. Oh, that was a good effort there from Jannette Parry. Just didn't quite get the right edge of that bowl. So Natalie was going to persevere on this high line on the backhand. Can use Chanel. It's the front bowl she needs to be cautious of. And Lynn Hawley. Don't need to do much different, mate. Jannette Parry, yeah, she doesn't like it out of the hand. You can see why. Just missing high. For Natalie now. It's the opportunity to really put this one to bed as the breeze kicks up again. And two come out. It's going to be very close for a third shot here. So Chanel's going to get down and have another go. Two only. So that's a good save there from Jannette Parry. Could have been a little bit worse. This was the bowl that set it up so beautifully here. Chanel reach down, get a back toucher. That's just brilliant. So yeah, you can see as that breeze is picked up, so has the hood of Natalie Lewis. It's gone over the head again. And it's going to be Sophie Payne to get us underway. 16 shots is the lead to Merrylands. We've got 12 ends to be completed. And Sophie Payne, well, she's saying, no, you won't be coming back from this. Josh gets us the pictures. We've got breeze out of the south predominantly. And well, we've got beautiful clear skies. That breeze is just keeping the temperature dialed back a little bit. And the players are, well, they're probably quite comfortable out there, but for those that are not doing as much as the players, they've all got coats on. A bit of a miss there from Sophie. She's been good, particularly these last few ends. Well, this one's travelling a little bit. Needed to get the jack. I'm okay though with that. You know, if your bowl's 2 or 3 metres short there, it won't count and it will only get in the way. Katie just slipping past, staying up. So on this this maximum length, plus a little bit, there's the early knock from Sophie Payne. Opportunity here to reach down. Well, she's very close this time. Gets the shot bowl. Probably makes one. Oh, close. Deb Vane. Oh, she's made it. A little bit more open. Katie Astley says, no, you don't. That's one to me. Possibly two. So, Merrylands here continue to just respond. Now Deb Vane, this is out on a higher line. Does need to run into something. Yeah, just a bit firm. Played the first one so well. You can see big smiles there from Chanel. They know Merrylands. They're in a commanding position here. And can play with, well, some great freedom at the moment. Oh, it's a great bowl from Chanel. Improves things. It's a really close counter. Still leaves, importantly, a bit of a hole there. So no easy opportunity for Nyngan to grab the shot bowl, grab the jack. It's important that this bowl is all the way up. And Hawley just on the short side. Chanel's interested in this, and why wouldn't she be? Gets the right edge of her own. Yeah, that's going to make two or three. And with where that's sitting, that makes it a little bit trickier once again for Nyngan and for Lynn Hawley. So, Lynn Hawley really needs to get right down underneath Chanel's bowls. Just overplayed it fractionally. Once again, I'm okay with that intent though. You know, had to get past that 2 metre mark. Leaving it short is absolutely just criminal there. So gave it a chance. There is a good collection of bowls now next to the number 22 at the back of the ring there. Josh has got a great picture for us. And opportunity here for Natalie Lewis to finish what's been an impressive setup. She might have mistimed that Gus there. You can see a shake of the head after she let the bowl go, and it's going to join its mates up on the bank. Oh, Jannette Parry. Well, what a shot. Timely. She's done this a few times, Jannette Parry. And this is what I said about playing with good positive weight. You give yourself a chance of getting those sort of results. It's off Chanel, and it's probably the shot. That's the question being asked here by Natalie Lewis. Which one is the shot? And there's the two pinks of Chanel standing up, and then there's the other pink to the left-hand side of the jack. That's the one. Is Jannette Parry. So Chanel's call is you can turn in off mine, but once again margins come into things here in the women's pennant finals. Let's have a look at that bowl once more of Jannette Parry. Playing it well, so discussion is, do we go rip that bowl out, or play a little bit more conservatively? There is a toucher in the ditch that belongs to, so we can't quite pick that up on the picture, but there is a toucher in the ditch underneath the left-hand most of the four up on the bank, and that toucher in the ditch belongs to Sophie Payne. So I wouldn't be surprised to see if Natalie Lewis looks firm on the backhand here. Yeah, that's exactly right. Looking to land this pink bowl or trail the jack into the ditch. Oh, she's very close. Natalie Lewis, she's got it all the way. What a bowl. Well, that's a bit of a stake through the heart there of Nyngan. A killer blow potentially from Natalie Lewis. Time running out here for Nyngan to make a fight back on this rink. You can see the fist pump from Chanel at the back of the rink. It was a super shot. And for Jannette Parry now, not much on, just going to have to take her medicine. Try a mighty effort here to go and draw it. Trail the jack's okay too if she goes with it. Well, it's bounced into, who's that at the back of the ring? That's a Nyngan bowl. Was it a Nyngan? But no, it wasn't. It was a Sophie Payne bowl. Oh. So, scoreboard being updated by Katie Astley. It was one shot in the end to Merrylands. So, 22 shots Merrylands, 12 shots Nyngan. And we're through 17 completed ends on this rink. We'll update next door for you in just a moment there. Obscuring their scoreboards, so we haven't got a clear run at that. We'll bring that up for you momentarily and get that updated. So nearing the finish line here of this first round contest here at the Women's Pennant Finals. We've got another game to come this afternoon here on rink 22. And 21-10 next door, so favourite's going to take a real remarkable result. A couple of big scores back to back. If Nyngan are going to claim an unlikely rink win. Well, a 10-shot margin on this rink, an 11-shot margin next door. It'll take something special. And so we'll be back this afternoon. We're going to have more action for you from approximately 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure that you like, follow, subscribe. Have your notifications turned on, as we are chasing 1 billion subscribers on the Bowls New South Wales YouTube channel. Currently several hundred million short. So make sure you're getting on there. Don't forget as well, over 40s pairs qualifying. It's got 7 more days to get those entries in, so if you're eligible, it is open gender, so mixed teams, men's only teams, women's only teams, whatever you like, get your teams in now. They're being played all across New South Wales, and entries will close on the 11th of August. It's a fantastic event. I've just got told by my potential partner that he's got a different competition on that weekend. He's got the shooting state titles on in Sydney, so I've been ditched by the great Chris Jones, but that's okay. I'll have a talk to a few people at my club and see if somebody wants to join me for what should be a fantastic weekend. The over 40s pairs, some fantastic contests still to come here for you. We're running well to time this morning. The players were very, very enthusiastic getting here early. It's day one. Everybody started on the same amount of points. And why wouldn't you be keen to get to this beautiful club and enjoy these beautiful greens here at Figtree Sports? Currently, shot bowl belongs to Cody Astley. Saying a few more up on the bank. So the pace of this green has increased. It's been very obvious that some of the players have adapted more quickly than others, and with the breeze doing a few different things. Well, Chanel's got a pretty handy little scrape there. It's not exactly the way she would have planned, but good enough for number one currently. So in round two, we're going to have, this afternoon, we're going to have East Maitland in action for you. So they're out there rolling up. They've had a bye this morning. And they're taking on the loser of the Cabramatta or Port City contest, which, Cabramatta are holding sway currently. So they'll have the afternoon off, and we might see if we can have a discussion with one of the Cabramatta players and see if we can get them in to join us. Rebecca Law, Jessie Cattell, Karen Murphy, I'm led to believe is going to be back from Glasgow this afternoon. And she's available to compete. Well, wouldn't you love to have her in your team, Karen Murphy? We wouldn't mind having this girl, Natalie Lewis. Well, she's turned Chanel up onto the jack. Probably makes it a little bit easier now for Jannette Parry to get to and get a shot. With a little port on this forehand. It's under the front here. Yeah, had to be the other side of the hill. So Nyngan did pick up a couple next door, so the unlikely outcome of a rink win is still, well, it's still mathematical, but it's probably getting to that stage where if we're talking mathematics, it's going to be unlikely, right? But last bowl of Natalie Lewis really closed that port down there, I think. Looked very hard for Jannette Parry, and it's going to be 4 shots. Well, I'm calling it now. That should be the game here at Figtree. There's still 3 ends to play, but with 14 shots the margin, Merrylands aren't going to surrender that number. So potentially the pre-event favourites. Let us know who you reckon is going to be the winners here. Drop a comment. Let us know. Merrylands have been very, very close. Cabramatta have held sway in this event a lot in recent years. Merrylands have got the cattle to really push for a state pennant flag here in Division 1. Sophie Payne puts the hand up and says, "Oh, I missed that one." The great Craig Cusack, he's watching on. Morning, Nick. Morning, Bowls fans. We should get you to come and call, Craig. Great to see the bush teams like Nyngan playing against a giant of the sport. Well, you're exactly right, and that's one of the great things that our sport does offer. Very rarely in tennis are you going to run into Serena Williams or Roger Federer in the first round if you're a player from just a little club. Whereas here in bowls, these Nyngan girls are up against some of the very, very best in the sport. And I think if you're a Nyngan fan, they can hold their heads up high. They've played some good bowls. I expect Jannette Parry might feature in Kira's hot shots later on today. Make sure you've got all our social media channels being followed there. Like, follow, subscribe. Have your notifications turned on, as I say. We'll have some hot shots for you just a little bit later on. Katie Astley here. Well, she's got down to Sophie Payne, turned that through, probably made the shot. Deborah, this looks to be flying. Craig Cusack, if you have hearing impairments, he's got a running commentary in the chat. Beautiful. Blustery conditions, well, he's exactly right. It's an interesting sort of a day here. The pictures probably don't do quite justice what the breeze is doing as it comes up and down. Seeing the bowlers just challenged a little bit by the inconsistency of this breeze. Good correction there from Deb Vane. Lost the first one. She played that quite well. We are going full length here. It's T to T. And Merrylands have very early made that choice. A well-drilled team, well-coached team like Merrylands, they're going to do these sort of things to you. As we know, full length, any inconsistency, any slight variation in your delivery or in your release, it's magnified over the full trip. Now, there's a favourable edge, not quite. Hawley, she's played some of the bigger bowls for Nyngan, but hasn't been given much opportunity to be adding on. It's been saved, been turning the head over. And the pressure that's been applied by the front end, as we see Chanel go trotting after her bowl. I think she thought there wasn't another one coming behind her. But it's Lynn Hawley here. She's got this one out in a better track. You can see the right hand of skipper Jannette Parry is just saying, "Oh, slow down a little bit for me, please." So, as we swap over, it's probably a couple to Merrylands. If you had that on the bingo card, that would have gone pretty early. And it's going to be Natalie Lewis. Just looking to get down here. We see that just sort of gets pushed along a little bit at the end there, that breeze. I'm watching Nat's face, and she's saying, yeah, it's not really what I expected was going to happen. Jannette Parry, player of her ability, she'd be backing herself to draw this. She's going to go pretty close here. Once again, just running on, gets down to the tee there. It was a good effort. And that, she's backed the weight off. You can see Chanel's urging for that one to turn. That's going to go close. Add that one to the list of maybes. Jannette Parry. I think she's backed the weight off too much. Yeah, not going to get there was the call. Running out of petrol, we hear a few times in the country. And one shot was all to Merrylands. So, with 2 ends to play, this rink is all but decided. There is a very unlikely chance of 2 8s for Jannette Parry to claim the victory, but realistically, this rink is all but wrapped up, as is the match. So Merrylands starting as brightly as you would have expected from this all-star quartet. Sophie, Payne, Katie, Astley, Chanel, Chakouch and Natalie Lewis. Big names next door as well. Teague, Farrell, and Nerona. They're going to be hard to beat. Saley Jones, as I say, on the bench. There's some good sides here, and this is a good effort from Nyngan. Ty Smith just cruised past. Good again from Sophie. Yeah, she's just, particularly the second half of the game, has had that relentless pressure being applied. You get 1, you get 2 on it. So 21 the margin. Teresa Rose has come back next door, as we see just the wrong side there from Deb Vane. She's been thereabouts a lot, but hasn't quite nailed it. Oh, Katie, that's a super bowl from her. She's risen to the occasion. Yeah, this one, just say this absolute relentless consistency from Merrylands. Once again, not a bad effort from Nyngan, from Deb Vane. But we're racing towards this conclusion here. It will be Merrylands' victory. Next door, though, they are back within 6. Teresa Rose against Samantha Nerona, so keep an eye on that. It is top 2 from each section progress to quarterfinals. So clubs will be hopeful that they're able to get through, potentially even as the next best qualifier. Chanel now. Gets a clear run. Probably hasn't quite got the pace on. She's done the damage though a lot throughout this game. And now Lynn Hawley. This looks like the right sort of track to do something. She can get down and grab this jack here. Once again, just diving underneath. It's been a consistent theme. There's a couple from Deb Vane that did the same. She played with good speed, good intent. See there, probably as many as 4 currently to Merrylands, and it'll do wonders for their margin. Not that I think margin will come into it in this section, but you need to play well, ruthlessly once you get to a state title. So the other 2 teams in this section are South Tamworth and Merimbula. It was South Tamworth who were holding ascendancy on the last update. We saw positive intent once again there from Jannette Parry. I think she hasn't shied away from disturbing. When you've got to play these sort of up shots, and when you're playing from behind as much as they have been, well, a couple of little wiki woos there, and it's going to be a lucky one. Oh, well, let's have a look at that again. It's the last end been called, and Jannette Parry, well, she can have a smile. Yeah, little flick off the front. So 1 shot it was to Nyngan, so 27-13. We're playing the final end here. 1 shot was picked up next door by Teresa Rose, so 21 shots to 16 next door. That jack's gone out of bounds. And Sophie Payne's going to be given the opportunity on what we expect will be the final end of this broadcast. And the players creditably have raced through this one. Got away smartly to time for 9 o'clock, so we can expect that we'll be back with you from 1 o'clock local time. That jack's gone into the ditch as well, so it's mutual infringement. Jack on the tee, and Nyngan get to set the length. Come on, Di, take it all the way up to the 21 metre mark. Oh, you wimp. Oh, I love to see it when we do get that rare instance. Go and really put some pressure on. Di Smith, she's still playing to the maximum length and a little bit more there. The first one runs away. So Di Smith to dial it back, finish brightly. You can take something out of this game. She's been outdrawn by a real young gun, but that's a good way to finish for Nyngan. And for Sophie Payne now. She'll want to have a good finish too. So it's winners versus winners in this section. So Merrylands, they'll be up against the winner of Merimbula and South Tamworth in the next game. And Nyngan will be facing the runner-up in that contest. So Merimbula, as I say, were trailing on the last updates. As we see, Vane, well, it's gone running into the ditch. Astley here. Her last couple of bowls. That one's going to fly away too, yeah. I think the wind must be doing much more than we can tell off the pictures here. And Vane's gone crashing into the front there. To finish what's been a just professional job here from Merrylands. That one's got a bit of run about it too yet. Finish past, yes. So, Lynn Hawley. Play a couple of good ones here, girl. Take some pride. Well, calling it to slow down. It wants to eat the jack now. Well, done that. Got the jack moving to the back of the rink. Sadly, it's Merrylands and Merrylands back there. Astley and Sophie Payne being made to look like they're playing 4D chess. And the hand, you can see, went to the head of Lynn Hawley. After that Lynn Hawley bowl from skip Jannette Parry. Well, Chanel's a bit disappointed with her last bowl. And Lynn Hawley, her final bowl of this contest. She's not going to grab the jack again, is she? Come on, Lynny, run it in. Well, it was a fine effort. I'm okay to see that. This last end of the contest, this has very little bearing on the overall outcome at this stage. And Chanel, well, that's a fine adjustment. Good player that she is. Makes 3. So yeah, a couple up on the bank there, and next to the number 22. That's where we're at here at Figtree Sports. We'll be back with you this afternoon from 1 p.m. So make sure that you like, follow, subscribe, have your notifications turned on YouTube. Let you know when we go live. It's going to be now Jannette Parry to play her final couple of bowls. See, just looking to go sit on this this little wall here. Well, she's done that pretty well. A little firm once again. Jannette Parry, she's giving that one a little bit too much muscle. So we're going to see one further bowl from Natalie Lewis. She's been very good today, and she's going to finish up. She might finish with an absolute screamer here if she can get all the way up. Well, that's going to count, I feel, and that's going to be 1, 2. So that last bowl finishing was a great finish, just showing that class in what has been a very professional display here from Merrylands. The players are shaking hands at the top of the rink. We'll get the final number for you here. And 2 shots it was. So 2 shots scored there. That will complete the game. So it's going to be a victory here to Merrylands. They're still playing the final end next door. But it's going to be a comprehensive victory, and we're going to break for some lunch. Josh is going to get the YouTube end screen ready to go, and I'll tell you, Josh, when to play that. But thank you for joining us wherever you've been watching. It's been fantastic to have your company. We'll be back from approximately 1 p.m, so do make sure you have your notifications turned on, like, follow, subscribe on YouTube. On behalf of our entire team here at Figtree Sports, my name has been Nick Hind. It's been fantastic to have your company, and we look forward to seeing you again this afternoon.